Welcome to your Belly Down Backbend alignment program. In this video, I'll show you how to use your one-page guide to get the most out of this important part of your yoga practice. You can access the one-page guide by clicking the link in the description box below. When practiced safely and with healthy alignment, belly down backbends provide powerful benefits for your body. By strengthening the back of your body and opening the front of your body, these poses promote spinal health and good posture. They also relieve tension, pain, and tightness. They can even reduce stress and help you breathe better. However, to receive the most benefits and prevent injuries, it's vital to practice with proper alignment. This program will teach you to do exactly that. Belly down backbends are strong poses, but don't let them intimidate you. You don't have to go very far or create a lot of height in any of these poses. In fact, it doesn't matter how far you go. Simply practicing the alignment cues the best you can while listening to your body will help you develop strength and support your health and longevity. Remember, in yoga, more is not better. The best version of any pose is the one that honors your body and what it needs right in the moment. So, as you practice, pay attention to your body's signals of comfort and strain. Always use the pose to get into your body rather than your body to get into the pose. There's no need to push yourself to your maximum capacity. You'll actually get more benefits if you give only about 50 to 70% effort. In this 50 to 70% range, breathe deeply and pay attention to how you feel. Your body will thank you. One quick tip before we get going. In the world of yoga poses, backbend's best friends are spinal twists. Gentle spinal twists are a nice way to prepare your body for backbends. They're also a nice way to restore and reintegrate your body after you finished backbending, or even as a break between backbends. So you might find you get more out of your backbend practice by warming up, taking breaks, and or concluding with an easygoing spinal twist or two. You can gently twist from a seated position or from lying on your back. Now, without further ado, let's dive into belly down backbend alignment. We'll work with Sphinx pose first because it's a blueprint pose. In other words, each of the 6 major alignment techniques that apply to Sphinx also apply to all the other belly down backbends. So, once you master Sphinx pose, you can translate what you've learned to master 7 other poses almost instantly. I'm going to break down Sphinx pose one cue at a time. You may want to simply watch with the video the first time before practicing the pose on your own with your guide. Doing it this way means that when it comes time to practice, you can come in and out of the pose according to your body's own needs and timing, rather than moving at the pace of my words. I have also broken this video into chapters, which you can see in the progress bar below. So you can come back anytime and review any single alignment cue you like. All right, so let's break down the Sphinx pose. To perform the Sphinx, you'll lie on your belly and place your elbows directly beneath your shoulders. Your forearms should be parallel to one another. That means your wrists are as far apart as your elbows. You might look a bit like a sphinx. Great, that's the basic shape. Now let's fine tune the alignment. The key to alignment in Sphinx, as with all the other poses in this family, is to start at your toes and work your way up the entire back line of your body. So let's start with your toes. In belly down backbends, you'll reach your second biggest toes on each foot as far away from the top of your head as possible. Doing this action prevents sickling of the ankles. It also helps extend the energy of the pose and build strength throughout the entire back line of your body. Moving up from your toes, next we'll focus on your knees. When we're not paying attention, the legs often unconsciously roll slightly outward in backbends. To correct this misalignment, intentionally point both knees straight down at the floor rather than out to the sides. We'll move up again from here. One of the most important components of this pose family is the action of the hips. Try this with me in a standing position. With your fingers, find the 2 bony forwardmost knobs on the front of your hips. We'll call these your front hip points. Now, pull your front hip points upward toward your belly button, almost like you're zipping up your tightest pair of jeans. Notice how this action engages your abdominals and tucks your tailbone down toward your heels. This zipping up action is what we want to create in all belly down back bends. Now, go the opposite direction. Practice dropping your hip points toward the fronts of your thighs. Notice how this action relaxes your abdominals and deepens the arch of your lower back. This is a common misalignment in back bends. When you're in Sphinx pose, doing this action with your hips can create pain and compression in your lower back. So instead, when you're in your pose, use your lower abs to draw your hip points up toward your belly button. You may feel your belly lift slightly away from the floor and your tailbone reach down toward your heels. Aligning your hips in this way creates a healthy foundation from which your spine can safely extend. Now that we've sorted out your toes, knees, and hips, let's work our way up to the muscles of your back. Our goal is to use the poses in this family to strengthen the muscles that run alongside your spine. So to get the most benefits, the key is to distribute the sensation and effort evenly along the entire length of your back. You should feel the muscles that run alongside your spine working the same amount in your lower back, mid back, and upper back. Ideally, none of these regions is working harder than the others. From your back, let's again move up a little higher. You'll perform 3 actions with your upper arm bones and shoulder blades. 1, push them down toward the floor. 2, without moving your hands, energetically pull your arms and shoulder blades back toward your toes. 3, hug your upper arms and the bottom tips of your shoulder blades inward toward your spine. Using your upper arms and shoulders in this way will enhance the engagement of your back muscles and support the opening across the front of your chest and collarbones. All of this is excellent for restoring healthy posture. Let's move up one last time. The final piece, the top of the pose, is your neck. The back of your neck is composed of spinal vertebrae. In other words, your neck is part of your spine. So, your goal is to position your head so that the back of your neck smoothly continues the curve you are creating with your spine. Be careful not to drop your chin or lift it too much. Instead, allow your neck to follow the gentle J shape you're creating with your back bend. This brings your whole body into a harmonious, intentional position. And there you have it, all the major alignment cues for an entire pose family within one single pose. When you're practicing at home with your guide, try the Sphinx pose 1 to 3 times for 3 to 5 slow breaths each time. Rest in between repetitions. To rest, stack your hands one on top of the other, bend your knees, and windshield wiper your shins side to side. You can allow the hips to waggle as well. This windshield wiper action will release your lower back between back bends. Remember, if that's enough for today, that's enough for today. Always listen to your body, and when it gives you the signals to do less, rest, or come out of a pose, please comply with those requests. If you're in the mood and your body feels good to do more, the poses in your guide are sequenced in order of increasing depth and challenge. So, it's a good idea to do these poses in the order they appear. This order will allow your body to warm up and build strength with the foundational poses, and then gradually move into the deeper poses when it's ready. I recommend working your way through the poses slowly over the course of several practice sessions, rather than all at once. The repetition will help you learn the techniques better. Also, recovery in between sessions will help your body repair and build strength. This will make all the poses become more comfortable and easier to access with healthy alignment. For future reference, let's go through each pose one at a time. When you're ready to add on to your Sphinx pose, the next pose in the series is Baby Cobra. In Baby Cobra pose, you'll lie on your belly like Sphinx pose, but this time, place your hands directly beneath your shoulders. For Baby Cobra, simply rest your hands on your mat rather than pushing down to lift your chest higher. For this pose, use your back muscles rather than your arm strength to create the back bend. You can even hover your hands off the floor for a little extra challenge. In this pose, like in all the others, practice the 6 major alignment cues. 1. Reach through your second biggest toes. 2. Point your kneecaps straight down. 3. Lift your hip points towards your belly button. 4. Work evenly through each region of your back. 5. Upper arm bones and shoulder blades press down, pull back, and hug in. 6. Neck continues the line of the spine. After baby cobra, the next pose in the sequence is cobra. Again, lie on your belly and place your hands in the position for baby cobra, directly beneath your shoulders. This time, press your hands down so you're using the strength of your arms to go a little deeper. Make sure to keep your elbows at least slightly bent, even at your highest point in this pose. Again, as in all belly down back bends, perform the 6 major alignment techniques. 1. Reach your second toes. 2. Point your knees down. 3. Lift your hip points. 4. Work evenly through your back. 5. Arm bones and shoulders press down, pull back, and hug in. 6. Follow the curve of your spine with your neck. Next is locust pose. Lie on your belly and reach your arms back toward your toes with your palms face down on your mat. Press your palms into the floor. Perform all the belly down back bend cues. Second toes reach, knees point down, hip points lift, back works evenly, arms and shoulders go down, back and in, neck lengthens. If you want to take this pose deeper, keeping your palms face down, you can hover your hands off the floor. Remember to maintain all the major alignment cues. If you want even more, you can hover your feet as well. Moving on to supported upward dog. For this pose, you'll need a yoga bolster. If you don't have one, no worries. You can use rolled up blankets, a big pillow, or a cushion from your couch. Position the bolster so that the very tops of your thighs are supported, and so is the lower part of your pelvis. The area below your front hip points is supported. Fully extend your arms in this pose so there's no bend in your elbows. Ideally, your knees will lift off the floor. Again, make sure you're working all the components of healthy alignment. Second toes, knees, hip points, back muscles, arms and shoulder blades, and neck. From supported upward dog, the next step is upward dog without the bolster. It's the same pose as before, this time without props. As you press into your hands and extend your arms, you'll lift off so much that your knees lift off the floor. As always, reach your toes, point your knees down, lift your hips, work your back, work your shoulder blades, align your neck. 2 poses to go. Supported bow pose is next. This time, place the edge of your bolster that is closest to you directly beneath your hip points. Adjust your bolster so that it guides your hip points upward towards your belly button, the way the hips always go in this pose family. When you're ready, bend your knees and, one at a time, reach your hands back to hold the outer ankles. Go slowly. You can stay here, or any amount your body appreciates, use your breath to help you gently press your ankles back into your hands, deepening the pose. It's okay if you don't go very far. Allow your body to increase range of motion with time and practice. Remember to practice your alignment. Toes, knees, hips, back, shoulder blades, neck. Our last pose in the family is bow pose. This pose is a strong one, even for people with a lot of experience. It is recommended to practice this pose only in a session in which you have already warmed up your body with other back bends in this family first. Bow pose is basically the same as supported bow pose, just without any props. So, from lying on your belly, bend one knee at a time, and one hand at a time, reach for the outer ankles. Practice your alignment cues: toes, knees, hips, back, shoulders, neck. Take it slow. Open gently with your breath only if it feels good. Only deepen the amount that feels safe and makes your body happy. More is not better. Remember, always use the pose to get into your body rather than using your body to get into the pose. After a couple of breaths, gently come out of the pose and rest. Remember, gentle twists are soothing and restorative as a follow-up to back bends. Well done! You now have everything you need to enjoy all the benefits of this beautiful pose family. Remember to take your time, honor your body, and enjoy the journey. Wishing you a happy and safe back bending practice. Namaste.